lactation, brought to you by Dormeo.
All your favourite creatures.
Oh, crikey, get off me.
Both great
Eating a spatula.
and small.
Isn't every day you get a chance to cuddle an emu, is it?
Open up the casebook
He's so naughty.
for a little bit more from around the moors.
Come on.
There's no better than a good old cow.
They're amazing, aren't they? Adds to the variety of a normal day at the practice.
The Yorkshire Vet Casebook starts tonight at 9, followed by The Secret Life of Owls at 10 on 5 Select.
What is this?
Sweetheart, please listen.
Are you sure you're up for this?
Someone is trying to destroy us.
You crossed the line yesterday. You're angry because you got caught.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Compelling new courtroom drama, Striking Out, starts Thursday at 9 on 5 Select.
This is Access, your global entertainment news. Coming up, it's been a week of trailer debuts. Tom Cruise is back for his 6th Mission Impossible.
You had a terrible choice to make in Berlin. One life over millions. And now the world is at risk.
Dwayne Johnson stars in the high-octane Skyscraper.
Tell me, how much do you love your family?
And Star Wars gets a spin-off with a Han Solo special.
Hey, kid. I'm putting together a crew.
First, a Gerard Butler double, because heaven knows there isn't enough quality in cinema these days. What's the new one about, Jez?
Essentially, it's a cop and robbers movie.
What's your tally? 4 dead, 6 on the way to the hospital.
This is true, although in his Maverick Detective's leather jacket, it's hard to tell the difference between the good guys and bad in Den of Thieves.
This is 2 tribes and they are going to war, and there's an inevitability and a fatalism to it.
For the past 16 years, my daughter's safety and protection has been my responsibility and my responsibility only.
You love his character because he's so stoic, you know? You know there's a world of thoughts and feelings and emotions going on, all within this big bear.
We promised you more Gerard, and we're delivering. Don't thank us, thank the Scotsman's agent. Geostorm is out on DVD, bringing CGI satellites straight into your living room, which we went behind the scenes on.
When I came onto the space station and I see the shuttle bay and I see the ISS command center, all of these sets helped so much to kind of create that reality around us.
Next, here's Helen Mirren seeing ghosts in our interview.
Seriously. Whoa, weird.
What's that? What is that over there in that corner? Can you see it?
It's no surprise, seeing as a Haunted House Spookfest Winchester is out now.
You build the scene, you build the tension.
Turns out she doesn't believe in ghosts, but coincidence can be spooky.
I won't bore you with one now because we don't have the time. Actually, it's not a boring story at all. It's an amazing story.
The spirits killed by the rifle.
Unfortunately, I can't tell you because I don't have the time.
Next time then, Helen. Before the Super Bowl, JT had time to list all the rumours he'd heard about his performance.
You know, from NSYNC to Jay to Chris Stapleton to Janet.
Oh yeah, Janet Jackson. That nip-slip stunt was 14 years ago. There was no filthy repeat though, especially now he's a role model for his son.
Right now we're working on our manners. It's like, that's a big deal in our house right now. It's like one thing at a time.
The evening didn't disappoint and got everyone talking about the performances. J-Lo, complete with a lot of fishnet, raised a load of cash for Hurricane Maria victims in Puerto Rico at the pre-concert. To the stadium then, where Pink was chosen to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. That was after she took her throat sweet out of her golf. Poor thing ended up with the flu for the biggest performance of her life. Justin did manage to prove he hasn't adopted dad dancing yet, though. He also performed a tribute to Prince, who's from Minneapolis, where the game was played. Of course, the Super Bowl with the whole world watching is the perfect place to debut new trailers. Ethan Hawke is back for the 6th time in Mission Impossible Fallout.
You had a terrible choice to make in Berlin.
Real-life action man Tom Cruise doesn't disappoint 22 years after the first movie. There's a chase, fights, and something to make our hair stand on end. Another trailer to premiere is Dwayne Johnson's new action thriller Skyscraper, and yep, it's what it says on the tin.
The Pearl is the tallest, most advanced building in the world.
You've built a vertical city.
The Rock plays a former FBI hostage team leader and is faced with a whole new challenge. He's also married to Neve Campbell. And as we're not that great with heights, this has given us the right heebie-jeebies. Never to be outdone, the trailer of Solo, A Star Wars Story premiered too, and sees Alden Ehrenreich slip into Harrison Ford's boots.
I was kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of my own.
It stars Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, and Tandy Newton, and hits screens in May. Sound good, Chewie?
That's yes.
Still to come, we find out what happens when you put a whole load of Oscar nominees all in one room together. And Jamie Dornan tells us what it's really like to be Christian Grey.
It's been a mad journey, and it's a really fun one.
It's right because it's right.
Next, Daniel Day-Lewis conjuring words on relationships that would make Plato proud.
The stamina that you need for it can only come from an immense shared curiosity.
Maybe he's channeling the Greek philosopher because he's over in Athens promoting his Oscar-nominated performance as the self-involved designer in Paul Thomas Anderson's Phantom Thread.
Why are you not married?
I make dresses.
This is the one year he's unlikely to win Best Actor, though, as he's up against the favourite Gary Oldman.
Gary's a very, very fine actor. We grew up, strangely, 2 miles away from each other in southeast London. You know, we were all hooligans at the same time.
I'm a confirmed bachelor.
Speaking of the Oscars, a who's who of film gathered in Beverly Hills for the annual Oscar nominees luncheon. Everyone up for an award had the chance to mingle with their peers. There must be some rivalry.
I don't think there is. I hope there is. I mean, I really think there is more camaraderie than competition.
Camaraderie, that's what they're calling it. Well, Guillermo del Toro must have a lot of comrades because he's up for
Best Picture, Best Directing, Original Screenplay, The Shape of Water.
It's also a great chance to catch up with old workmates, isn't it, Richard?
You meet people that sometimes you worked on movies 5-10 years ago that you didn't know, who were sound mixers.
Charming. The luncheon ended with the traditionally awkward class photo.
3, 2, 1.
Our cheeks are hurting just from watching. Go on, give yourselves a round of applause. Next, the stars of the Clint Eastwood-directed movie The 1517 to Paris hit the red carpet for the premiere in Los Angeles. It's a biopic based on the story of 3 friends who stopped a terror attack on a train trip from Amsterdam to Paris and stars the heroes as themselves. So what's it like having Clint Eastwood ask you to be in his movie?
We were so shocked. It was like we all just said yes immediately because we realized what an opportunity it was. But then the second Clint left the room, it was like, can we actually pull this off?
How was it for you, Clint?
I wouldn't advise it all the time, but I think it works for you. I hope so. Knock on wood.
That's a microphone, Clint. Next, comedian Whitney Cummings is debuting her film adaptation of The Female Brain in LA, which is probably even more useful to hapless men than it is to women.
A lot of my guy friends are like, well, what are we supposed to do? And I don't understand how women work. And I'm like, well, I have just the movie for you to go watch.
Good morning.
The best-selling self-help book Now Movie unpicks the complexities of attraction and will leave you with probably the smartest answer on the red carpet this week.
A lot of primal neurology plays a role, but for the most part, a lot of it's nurture as well, and we do get to choose the way that we behave.
Next, 50 Shades Freed premiered in Paris, and the cast seem pretty happy about it.
This is the most civilized premiere I've ever been to in my life. Yeah, it's just like maintained and contained and
restrained and reframed, and we get the point. Dornan is back as Christian Grey for the 3rd film in the franchise and stars opposite Dakota Johnson.
I'm taking you away for the weekend.
I just can't believe this was my life, that I get to live with you.
Oh, I love your precious heart.
After all of these films, it's got to be difficult to shake the Christian Grey fans.
If they're fans of this franchise, then they just see me as him, you know, that I have to, it takes me a while to convince them that I'm just some Irish guy who acts for a living.
The accent helps. The film also stars Rita Ora, who recorded a song with Liam Payne for the soundtrack. It hit screens just in time for Valentine's Day. Got a big date lined up, Rita?
I think this Valentine's is going to be me and a pizza.
You could do worse. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, Black Panther comes out on Tuesday. It's an all-guns-blazing superhero film from the Marvel Universe. Chadwick Boseman stars as King T'Challa, who teams up with an all-women special forces unit to prevent a world war.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
Michael B. Jordan plays Eric Killmonger, a villain with a lot of grounding in the real world.
For Eric, it was we wanted to make it as real as possible. What would, a kid from Oakland, growing up, in the system, what would that do to a kid? What would he become?
Probably a superhero's arch enemy.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. Wakanda forever! The revolution will not be televised.
Let's have some fun.
Finally, what happens if you put David Beckham in a glass box? He gets swarmed by mosquitoes, obviously. No, this isn't a metaphor to raise awareness of what it's like to be famous. It's the new Malaria Must Die campaign. Don't worry, Beck's got out unharmed and is now leading the charge to stop the disease. What a hero. See ya.
From well-known faces to breathtaking places, it's our critically acclaimed programs all on one channel. A brand new TV destination devoted to real stories, capturing moments and emotions from all walks of life.
How can I help today?
From extraordinary animals filmed in groundbreaking ways to following the dedicated teams who care for them every day. You can discover secrets of the past as we reveal the truth of times forgotten. There's exclusive new drama from award-winning writers.
They're on to us.
What is this?
We capture the world around you with popular factual, a unique glimpse at lives less ordinary. It's our very best programs in one premium destination. The very best of Channel 5 and much, much more.
I did not expect this.
Welcome to 5 Select.
Open up the casebook.
Oh, crikey, get off me.
For a little bit more from around the moors.
Isn't every day you get a chance to cuddle an emu, is it?
They're amazing, aren't they?
Adds to the variety of a normal day at the practice.
The Yorkshire Vet Casebook starts tonight at 9, followed by The Secret Life of Owls at 10 on 5 Select.
We're catching up with the Ramsey Street residents now, where neighbours become good friends.
Previously,
as a major sponsor for the new hospital wing, I want you to head the committee.
Paul's motive here is pure selfishness.
What gives me naming rights is investing in more money than anyone else.
We've rigged it so that Toadie will win.
Well, we have a 1990s themed fancy dress party.
Tyler's court case is on Tuesday.
Isn't celebration what everybody needs right now?
Have you heard of a guy called Philip Banks?
He needs you to do something for him, otherwise your girlfriend will pay the price.
This whole thing with Clementine is payback for not following through with what he wants me to do.
Don't say anything to Piper.